Hi, this is Nikki and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us on this journey to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of each other, back to our soul group who are helping us in these unions. And so this is the woods, this is the forest. If you've been following my channel, then this is part of the work that I do, and this is where the crystal grid is kind of based on, being the forest lovers at the heart of the grid. And these are the trees that I use to, well, I basically pick a different one each day to stand by, really, to get the energies of the forest, because it's all about the earth energy as well, bringing us together into our unions, because we actually have to ground the crystal grid. I'm guided to set up a crystal grid which grounds the energies from as above, so below. And so a big part of that is actually grounding it into physical reality, right? Because that's the whole purpose of having the crystal. Crystals are hugely powerful. And the rose quartz is basically for unconditional love. And brings it, basically, if you join the grid and you receive a piece of the crystal, then wherever you are in the world, and they're going all over the world, which is so exciting, because it basically grounds those energies into those locations all over the world. And so the power of that happening with so many people is incredible, right? Because you're having, as long as you're having, everyone's having the intent to help each other into their unions. And if you're drawn to come to the crystal grid, then you're drawn to help each other, right? So that's why it's so amazing. And so what I wanted to just say was, there's been a connection recently about Scotland, and I had said, look, my dog's getting a big stick, Blondie's getting a big stick again, and I had said that recently in healings I had Braveheart's face come into my vision and then sort of went again. And then yesterday somebody made a comment on a video, and she actually has Braveheart as part of her name. And so I was like, oh my god, you know what? So it just goes to show that, like, prior to anyone joining, your soul spirit is already, you know, made the connection kind of thing, and then it's somebody else bringing you to it. The other thing about that, which made me think, was that, you know, I said about looking at part of the soul family, but also look at your ancestors, right? Because my great grandmother, she was ostracized by her family for love, basically, because she fell in love with a Chinese man. And so she left England to go to live with him in China. And he was actually the governor of the Shanghai Railway, which is, again, amazing, because yesterday in a healing I saw trains, green trains, and he was governor of the Shanghai Railway. And so basically they met in England, and, you know, her family didn't approve, so she actually fled the country to be with him in China. But then in the war, she was evacuated with my grandmother and my grandmother's sister. And so guess where they were evacuated to? Scotland. And I just thought about that this morning, because, you know, look at your ancestors, look at your family tree, because I'm sure that you will have some sort of true love story, you know, in your family line somewhere, that they were really fighting for true love. Because what happened in my great grandmother's story is that she came back to England, and we presume that my great grandfather died in the war, because we never heard from him again. So my grandmother always used to say, my great grandmother used to say that you can die from a broken heart, because she never recovered from the loss of her, from that experience. So, and that was true love. You know, she gave up her country, she gave up her family, she gave up everything for love. And that's, again, why, you know, if you think about what you're doing as a twin flame, you're changing that, right? Because it doesn't matter about anything. There is no boundaries to love. It's all just love, basically. So look, just like here, coming out into the big open, you know, it's about completely changing how people see love. So I just thought, what amazing, because it just made me think about it when the girl who was talking about Scotland. The other thing is, I've noticed some comments about, you know, so basically this is just to one person who seems to use comments to vent their frustration at their twin flame, and that is definitely not the right way to go. So if you I would definitely not use comments on a YouTube channel to get messages to your twin. I really don't think that's sending out the right vibe, because remember that if you have frustrations in your physical reality, then you have to ignore them, because the whole point is working on your soul and your heart connection. That is the whole point of the journey. The whole point is to teach you that you can transcend the ego. So all you're doing by venting your frustration is just anchoring that ego into your physical reality more and more and more. And to be honest, if your twin flame's going to read that, what would she think? Or he think? So don't do it, basically, because also it puts a negative vibe out for other people. And all the journey is for twin flames is about raising love and light and raising the light on the planet. So to be honest, nobody wants to see venting. You know, it has to be positive, because that is what we're trying to uplift into. So if you want to leave, so yeah, I would just say, I did leave you back a comment, but I would highly recommend not to use YouTube for venting your personal frustrations. All right, so anyway, apart from that, I hope everyone has a good day. And thank you again for everyone that's coming on this journey with me. And remember, you're a free spirit. You have to let go of all pain. All energies are not supporting you from treading on your highest path. All right, well, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.